What's poppin', Conroe High? Today's November 5th, 2018. I'm Juan.
And I'm David. On today's show, we'll talk about a woman who flew a plane despite her disability.
So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for today's episode of Total Recap.
Ever since she was a young girl, Jessica Cox has looked up to the sky and imagined herself flying. But she was told countless times it was impossible because of her rare birth defect. Instead of focusing on what she couldn't do, she focused on how she could do it. She is now the first armless licensed pilot. Saturday she stood up and was applauded when she gave a speech to a crowd of children with special needs. Jessica told them that they may believe that they cannot do something and that they should stop limiting themselves and give it a try first.
As the holidays approach, online shopping begins. Rising through the roof as usual, the competition seems to be a bit upset with Amazon's bold move in lowering their shipping price for free for orders that will arrive in time for Christmas. Since taking those huge steps in the competitive industry, other competing brands such as Walmart and Target are fighting to stay in business and are announcing their free shipping proposals to stay in competition with the global brand Amazon.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What the?
Thanks, guys. I'm Josue, your weather anchor for today. Let's get straight into the facts, shall we? We'll be starting with the temperature as always. Today is going to be a high of 80 degrees and a low of 69 with a 10% chance of rain, which is good from last week, which was pretty much hectic. As for the rest of the week, however, on Wednesday and Thursday, there will be a 50 to 60% chances of storm brewing, so be prepared for that. And in the world of pollen, we'll be having a low medium amount of it, so no worries there. Now to finish off with our fact of the day. Wild turkeys can run up to 20 miles per hour, yet domestic turkeys are bred heavier and can't run quite as fast. I'm Josue, back to you guys in the studio.
Now we will take it to sports and then nurses news.
Hey class, how are you doing today? Sean, Juan, I'm gonna need y'all to leave the room for a minute. I need to talk to David. Thank you very much. So, how you doing, David?
I'm doing good today, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. You got a problem with you using your phone, man?
I guess. Why? Am I failing?
Yes, sir. You have a 50 average. If you could just go ahead and please put your phone away. You know, it would really help your grade.
I'll put it away and I'll start paying attention. I'll get my work done.
You know, if we can just go ahead and keep your phone away for the rest of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and call the other students in. We'll have a solid day. I'm gonna talk about what we're gonna do, and then we'll be good.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, dude.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'm Adrian. We have some tea about some sports. In professional sports, the New Orleans Saints took down the Los Angeles Rams, handing them their first L of the season, ending their winning streak at 8 wins. Also, the Green Bay Packers and the New England Patriots played last night, making this the second meeting between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, with the Pats coming out on top by a whopping 14 points, with the final score being 31-17. Also, the Houston Texans extend their winning streak to 6 with the 19-17 win over the Denver Broncos last night. Congratulations to girls varsity basketball. They won their first home game last Friday, with the score being 45-29. Also, they have a game this Tuesday versus Decaney, so come out and show your Tiger pride. Today's quote comes from Jack Bird. I wouldn't let my boys down. No way. If my arm came off, I'd still play. All right, that's all from me. Back to you guys.
Hi, good morning, CHS. So today I want to talk about hand washing. When I asked one of our students what I should talk to CHS about, she said, talk about washing your hands. Most people in the restroom aren't washing their hands when they're in there. So the reason I want to talk about it is that keeping your hands clean is one of the most important things you can do to help prevent the spread of illness. And it turns out only about 1 out of every 5 people actually wash their hands after they use the toilet. So the bad news is a single gram of feces, which is otherwise known as poop, carries about 1 trillion germs. So 1 gram is about the weight of a paperclip, and think about the trillion germs that you're carrying out into the environment that cause respiratory illness and gastrointestinal illness. So according to the CDC, diarrhea and pneumonia are among the top 2 killers of children under the age of 5. And we don't want to share these germs with anyone else, especially vulnerable groups like young children and the elderly. Germs can get into your body through your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and we don't realize how many times a day we actually touch our face. So whatever you're picking up in your environment, more than likely you're getting it into your body, and you have the potential to get sick from that. So when someone doesn't wash their hands, they're going to transfer the germs that they pick up onto other things like tabletops and door handles, things that the next person's going to come along and touch, and especially your cell phones. That's one of the biggest things right there. So if you did a swab on your cell phone and you put it in a petri dish to culture out the germs, you'd find more germs on your cell phone than you do on a toilet seat. So definitely want to make sure you're washing your hands before you touch your phone, and anybody else you hand your phone to is washing their hands too. You don't want to share those germs. So we have to wash our hands, and we have to wash them well to get those germs off and keep from spreading them to others. So what they found is that correct hand washing can reduce incidence of diarrheal illness, which is anything that's going to make you have diarrhea, vomit, feel nauseated, by up to 58%. So line up 100 people, up to 58 of those people could get sick from illness that you could prevent by proper hand washing. And with respiratory illness, it's up to 27%, because that's also spread by cough and sneeze and things like that. But you can reduce that rate of illness if you're washing your hands. So every single time you use the bathroom, and really any time you're going to be eating or preparing food, or you need to maybe put on makeup, touch your face, you want to make sure you wash your hands. And what they recommend is that you do that for at least 20 seconds. You got to get soap on there, get your hands wet with clean water, really scrub your hands well, make sure you focus on the whole surface of the hand, and especially the fingernails, which is where they found the highest concentration of germs. So in order to keep from getting sick and from getting others sick, it's really important to make sure that you wash your hands every single time you're in the restroom, before you eat, before you touch your face, and make sure you're not sharing any of these nasty germs with any of your friends or taking them home, maybe to family members, particularly young children and the elderly. So that's the information we have for you today. Hope you have a great day. Keep your hands clean.
Thanks, guys. We want to finish up our newscast today with a few announcements.
Are you interested about what's going on in the world? Are news and politics your thing? Then come join the UIL Current Events team every Thursday in room 422. Next, girls and boys soccer tryouts are going to be November 26th through 28th, after school in the auxiliary fields from 3 to 4:30. Make sure you have a clear physical on file, athletic clothing, shin guards, and cleats.
Physics Club will be meeting Wednesday, November 7th in room 218, straight after school for some demonstrations on rotational motion. The next Interact Club meeting will be Wednesday, November 7th at 3 in the cafeteria. Conroe High Democrats will hold their monthly meeting this Thursday at 3 in room 304.
Lastly, this Friday is our last game of the year. In honor of Suicide Prevention Game, we ask that all the students wear purple, because suicide is not a secret that you should keep.
Those are all the announcements that we have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to follow us at KTIG News on all social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
As always, CHS, start strong, finish strong. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for KTIG News.